conjugal house, as they refer to it here, because once I married your father, my father sold his house in the Abu Khalid district, which was a beautiful neighborhood where we had many rich neighbors, and invested all the proceeds of that sale in Anbar Rus, but lost money on that contract. Meanwhile, your father had left his hometown of Nasriya after his mother died of smallpox and his father was killed in a traffic accident. He came to live with his paternal aunt in the city of Najaf in Al-Hawish district. After a large fire destroyed the restaurant he ran with his cousin, and his financial circumstances deteriorated, he agreed with your maternal grandfather to share a house with him after our marriage. Then we rented a house in the district called Al-Jadida, which is inhabited by people from different economic levels. When I became pregnant with twins, I did not go to the gynecologist's clinic until my belly swelled up more than usual in my 4th month, and, as everyone who saw me told me, I seemed to be carrying something more than an ordinary child. That's why your grandmother, who was your grandfather's 6th and only surviving wife, said, since she was living with us in the same house, that she would take me to see the woman doctor. I agreed, and we went to her clinic one afternoon. The physician said as she placed her stethoscope on my belly, "You're pregnant with twins." I hear the 2 different heartbeats. I did not ask her for any details. I didn't want to. All that mattered to me was to know I was carrying twins. Throughout my pregnancy, I lived on nutritional supplements the physician gave me, and on my own traditional therapy, which I deliberately did not reveal to her. I did not feel especially tired during all the months of my pregnancy, because I didn't work outside the house and your grandmother helped me with the housework. In our free time, she and I, together with some close friends who visited us frequently, would sit together in the afternoon and drink tea and eat khalija pastries while preparing the clothing, bedclothes, and various sizes and colors of covers that the 2 of you would need. Your grandmother surprised me one day when she brought 2 small down pillows from her room and asked me to embroider covers for them, each a different color. When I inquired where the feathers had come from, she asked me impatiently, "Do you think the ducks we purchase, slaughter, and cook are only good for their meat?" Then I laughed as I realized why your grandmother had always objected whenever I asked to climb to the roof terrace. "Pregnant women don't climb stairs. Do you want to have a miscarriage? So-and-so's mother told me that." Then she would begin narrating a long tale she had heard from one of her friends. The fact was that she didn't want me to discover her secret. I mean the duck feathers she washed, cleaned, and placed on plastic trays to dry in the sun there. I did not choose your name myself. Your father did. Or let's say that in keeping with traditions and the custom here, your father's name, Hassan, chose it for us. When people called out to him or anyone else named Hassan, they referred to him as either Abu Falah or Abu Faleeha, even before we were married. He whispered to me once, "If we have a boy, we'll name him Falah. If we have a girl, we'll name her Faleeha." I expected that, I told him, but whenever I tried to think of a name for your twin, I found that hard. Names all seemed to fade and flee. So I postponed the matter to the day you were born, a day that arrived after an entire sleepless week. Everything in my body weighed me down painfully. I would walk back and forth through the house, begging you twins to come out of me so I could sleep, if only for a few minutes. My labor pains grew more intense at dawn, and I felt certain that something other than childbirth would occur. I would die or lose both of you. What I felt then far surpassed what my girlfriends who had given birth repeatedly had described.